everybody. In our chat today, we're going to be talking about how to use our VIP Chuckwagon Experience open house contest.
I should have had my cowboy hat to put on. Just imagine my cowboy hat coming on.
Just dress up for the segment.
And the gear, yeah, like we would have been like, it's Stampede time now. It's like we're talking about, we're getting ready for it because obviously.
Just like seasonal change, like first run our spring clothes, then run like our mid-July clothes.
Yeah, we got to figure out those quick change outfits. So, yeah.
Yeah, so anyways. Contest starts Friday. I want to give a little bit of history on why we're having this contest, and I'm going to give a big shout out to our office manager team, because one of the things we talked about last year is, in general, anything that we can do as a brokerage to help drive traffic to your listings is important. So when we look at, and when our institutional advertising committee sat down where we're going to spend our money, 2017 into 2018, that conversation came up and it said, what can we do to generate some business? So in the past, we've done things for sphere of influence marketing, lead generation, we're going to send a family to Disneyland and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then we thought, what if we take that money, one, reinvest it back into our local economy, which is really, some Stampede marketing, tie us to something local, but then also put that money into a little bit more of a direct marketing strategy in the fact that it's not just Disneyland but it's an experience attached to real estate and your real estate listing specifically. So that was the premise of it. And the end result was doing a Chuckwagon experience. So the thing I love the most about this, and if we could just, Jordan, if you wouldn't mind putting this slide up and just kind of leave this up while I chat for a minute. So the coolest thing about this contest is you can't buy your way into this. This is something that unless you are an advertiser, which CIR is, we're partnering with Kahane Law to do this, so big shout out to Jeff Kahane as well. So we're going to have our own Chuckwagon, our own driver racing in the semifinals last Saturday at Stampede. And as part of that experience, we get the opportunity to do a very big VIP hosting. So we are going to be giving away 1 of 6 pairs to be able to go into the back-end host, tour of the barns, meet the driver, meet the horses. There's 2 separate hosting areas. The first one is going to have live entertainment, a scotch and cigar tent, all you can eat, beautiful food. Prime seats to the infield to watch the Chuckwagons. After the race, there's another special VIP hosting area back into the barns where you can go in and drink and eat more. And this isn't something where you can go online to calgarystampede.ca and buy a pair of tickets to. This is a really exclusive experience where if you're not part of corporate Calgary and being invited, you can't do it. So it's a really neat experience. Plus, we get to have the opportunity of having a CIR Chuck run. So that's the contest, and hopefully it's enough of a draw to say, hey guys, come out, enter this contest. But the big thing about it is the only way, and this is what's different from any other contest we've ever had before, is somebody is only allowed to enter, and you are only allowed to enter that person while they are at your open house. So we sent out a bunch of contest information this morning, and it had a lot of different social and media images you can use, some printouts that you can print off to put in your open houses that explains in detail what the prizes are. But we're going to have a live contest link that gets sent out to all of our realtors on Friday. And again, a big difference of this contest is members of the public can't enter themselves. The link is going to be on the virtual office, and when someone's in your open house, they can either fill in a ballot and you can enter them on the back end, or you can enter them through the back end contest link directly. But in order for them to be entered, you have to enter the address of the open house that they're at. So this isn't anybody from any realtor that doesn't know the company. They have to interact with the CIR listing in order for them to be entered. So very different premise than previous contests.
Love it, love it. And there's so many opportunities here in order to give yourself a reason to talk about your open house online, on social media, things like that to drive traffic out. I know a lot of you guys are promoting your open houses online, social media. And here's the thing, is this is a great incentive to get people out, but let's say that you're not the open house person. This is not something that you normally do. You're like, open houses, you believe open houses don't work for whatever reason and stuff. I promise you they do. It's just the strategies that don't work. Certain strategies don't work. But if you are going to be online and you say, hey, you know what, guys, I'm going to be at this location. This weekend I'm going to be in the south. This weekend I'm going to be in the north. And I'm going to be at this listing. Come in, meet me. I'll be there for 2 hours. Come by, buy me a coffee, and enter our Chuckwagon contest. You can have some fun with
Totally.
it in terms of what you say, but I'm telling you guys, this is a great opportunity to have your clients come in and meet you. You can have a quick conversation with them, whatever else you do, but also this is going to be blasted out everywhere. So we're going to be just, again, the goal here is to simply drive traffic to CIR Realtors open houses.
Well, and I love what you just said, and this is something that you and I were talking about last night, but so you don't have, let's say you don't have a listing. Obviously, we have a really great program where we make it easy for realtors to list the open houses, the listings they have that they don't want to sit in an open house for. So you can put up your hand and say, I'm going to sit this open house. And then you can send an email blast out to everybody you know, social media blast out to everybody you know saying, I'm going to be at this open house on Saturday between 1 and 3. Come enter to win this contest. If you want to do a wine and cheese while you're there, turn it into a little client spring meet and greet. Just come here, have a drink, enter to win this, come pop by and say hi. Something super cool that you can do just to get in touch with people.
Yeah.
Which I love. So a couple other strategies while we're at it. As far as neighborhood marketing for your open house, one of the things that I love about this contest is, there's many people that'll kind of door knock the community, just so whatever it is, I'm having an open house, come. But now there's this added little incentive where it's, we're giving away one of six prize packages for people entering at an open house. Like, your chances to win are not that bad.
Yep.
Like, that is a decent chance to win a very expensive prize package. So to say, while you're at it, come in, see what's happening in the community. We'll have some market stats. But you know what? You have to come to an open house to win. Chances are high, and you could win this. Really nice conversation starter. And if someone just has to walk 3 doors down to enter, it's just another little nugget that might actually make them take that action.
Yeah, and a lot of the images that you sent out can be turned into marketing materials that just say, hey,
Totally.
Come on out. You guys, can you post it up along with your listings on social media? Things like that. As well as if you want to get little cards printed off or something like that, you can go and door knock the neighbors. Mm-hmm. We always say we want the neighbors to come because they may know somebody who wants to live in the area, or alternatively, they might be thinking of selling next. 1 in 10 neighbors is going to sell that year, so why not have it be you, so that they end up using for that. So it's a way to incentivize people to get out, at least pop in. Plus, it creates a buying atmosphere when you have a bunch of people in the open house. Sorry about that, in the middle of the microphone. I want to show you guys something. Jordan, can you see my screen there? Awesome.
Oh, show them this first.
So this is...
that's the memory that came up on Facebook.
This is the memory that came up on Facebook. Kirsten drew a picture, or made a picture of Heidi.
I painted.
Yeah, and there you go. So that's my memory on Facebook. But that's not what we're showing.
Isn't that impressive, though, guys?
Yeah, very good. Really, it's hanging in her office if you ever want to go look at it.
The original.
The original. Maybe we'll sell it later. Okay, so on the right-hand side here, if you have a Facebook business page, which you all need to set up, so set up a Facebook business page. Even if no one likes it, I don't care. You need to do it because you can create ads. So on this little carrot here, you can go to Manage Ads, and I'm just going to select a page to use for this. Sorry, going to my account here. Of course, we're doing this totally live. Keep talking while we do this.
While this is loading, what Lindsay's about to show you is a strategy that you can use to geofence a certain area. So those social media images that were sent out to you this morning, the idea is, how do you get those seen by the people that you actually want to come visit your open house? So on Facebook gives you a strategy to geo-target or geo-fence a specific area, so people living in a specific community can say, oh, there's an open house here. Oh, there's an open house here that has a pretty cool contest, and your marketing dollars are very targeted. So that's what he's pulling up. And if you have a business page on Facebook, you can't do this through a personal account. Personal accounts don't let you advertise. But if you have a business page, you can set up an ad using one of the images that we sent out and geofence.
Okay, so starting from scratch here really quick, you just go to traffic. It'll tell you all the different types of ads you want. We want to send people to a destination, probably your listing. So we can select traffic there. We can just continue from there. And I just want to get to the part where we actually show where the audience is. So in the audience here, when you're figuring out who you're going to show your ad to, you can go down and you can create and type in more locations. So one of the things that you can do is type in, I'll just type in our postal code here, so T2J. And what it does is it actually shows you exactly where the T2J postal code is. And you can get more specific than that. You can actually have it where you pick a certain street, a certain address, and it goes 1 mile from there. So if I went Maple Ridge, or I'll just go Maple Crest, Calgary. And you can see right now it is doing 10 miles within that. I'm going to close out this one. So I'm going to go from 10 miles, I'm going to go down to 1 mile. And now my Facebook ad is just going to show to people in that area. So if you're prospecting to people in that neighborhood to come in and have a look, you could do by postal code, you could do by neighborhood, and it narrows the audience down to there. So now the estimated audience size is 3,400 people. So I'm not spending money on Whitehorn when I have a listing in Arbor Lake. So I can go ahead and really target that. Thank you, Jordan. That's just what I want to show. So taking out Facebook ads saying, visit my listing here, get more details, and enter a chance to win a 1 in 6 VIP Chuckwagons experience. And if you've ever been to these experiences,
they're insane.
They're
unbelievable.
Awesome. So to be in the stables, meeting the horses, and the Chuckwagon driver feeding the horses, and then you're off to have some good food, some good fun with a friend. Because it's for 2 people. It's like each one's
you and a friend.
For you and a friend. Yeah.
So the last thing I want to mention is part of your pitch to your clients, and we just had a segment earlier where David Anderson was on, and he was talking about communicating what you're doing behind the scenes for your clients. Being with CIR, one of the benefits to your clients is that the brokerage invests money into driving people to your listing. So a competitive advantage for you to talk to people about is let them know that the company is going to be doing this, because we have a budget for social media ads that generically we're going to be telling people in Calgary to go to CIR open houses to enter to win this contest. So that is something above and beyond your efforts that the brokerage is going to be doing to ensure that your clients have one up on all the other brokerages who aren't doing stuff like that. So use that in your repertoire.
And they can enter multiple times at different open houses.
Absolutely.
So if a client from the general public sees this, then they can go in and submit a ballot at one open house, and they can tour and go to the next open house. Yep. And it's just really going to give us a bunch of great exposure by, again, like you said, actually driving traffic to listings.
Well, and even members of the public right now that aren't working with a CIR realtor, aren't working with a realtor, but are thinking of working in the next, maybe thinking of selling in the next 4 to 5 months, everything is a brokerage that we can do to let the public know that we're investing in their listing success is going to be just great publicity and press for CIR agents as a whole, because again, it's that little competitive advantage where, list with CIR and someone's going to make sure that, there's this little incentive to make sure that people are coming into your listing. So I love that. I think that's pretty cool.
Cool. No, well done. It's going to be an awesome contest, and we look forward to having all of you guys get involved.
So it starts this Friday. So you have a link to enter people on Friday. It ends on June 30th.
It's not started yet. Friday.
Yeah. The last day is June 30th. The draw will happen July 1st. The event is the second Saturday of Stampede during the semifinals. It's about a 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. experience. Sorry, I don't know the date off the top of my head, but the second Saturday of Stampede. CIR realtors are not eligible to win, nor their immediate family. So spouses or children are not eligible to win. And just so that you guys know, there will be no realtors, no CIR realtors at this event. So by no means are your clients or potential clients going to be mixing and mingling with other realtors. We'll have a couple of our office managers there to host the group, but it's going to be a very neutral, CIR-friendly experience. This doesn't give an additional one-up to a specific realtor. Where
I know that's a catch-22 where you guys are like, well, we want to come too if our clients are coming, but it's like we didn't want to have it where a realtor can't come, their clients are there, a bunch of other realtors are there, and you hesitate on having people come out. So it's going to be very neutral. It's just going to be a great time hosting the clients and stuff as well. So it'll be good.
So that's the reason, not particularly to exclude you, but everyone's excluded equally, which makes it fair.
Yeah.
So that's that. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to shoot me an email, and I'm happy to answer them. If not, we really hope that for the next 2.5 months, this does a little bit for your business, a little bit for your listings. Any success stories or anything that you do that makes a difference using this contest, please let me know. It would be great feedback, and we can share it with some of our other CIR realtors as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's our meeting today. I hope you guys will all join us in our protest of the spring marketplace.
Yeah.
And we look forward to catch up with you guys very, very soon. Get out there and sell a lot of homes.
Next week, we have our Agent Pursuit business mastery meeting. And so please tune into that. We are going to be showing a video that we filmed with Vivian Lee. And she is talking about working with foreign buyers and working with multicultural buyers in the city. Different values that they have, different expectations, different marketing strategies that you have to use, pricing strategies. So Vivian is a master. She's been a top producer with our company forever, consistently, and she does a lot of different work with people moving to Canada, first-time home buyers in Canada, and she has some really, really great advice. So for anybody who isn't working with that demographic yet, some confidence issues, doesn't really know how to approach it, this is going to be a great meeting for you to tune into. So please do tune in.
Cool. See you guys then.